They won't harm you. Big puddings. Still out for the count.
That's the way I like 'em. Slipped the Mickey Finn, were they?
So, how much have you lost, Mr. Nolte?
How much? I've been cleared out. Well, the best has gone. Had some silver scrap. Some photographic stuff just came in. That was worth a couple of grand on its own.
So who did it, Mr. Nolte? Someone who knows you? And your dogs?
Could be.
Who works for you?
Brother-in-law.
Trust him?
Not as a rule as it goes, but he's on holiday in Tenerife. Of course, there is a security firm.
Oh, yeah?
They work this whole patch. 6 months I've been using them. No complaints till now.
You're Mrs. Davis.
That's right.
And you are?
I'm Jim Langdon.
Jimmy's a neighbour. Come to give me support.
Okay. So when did you start receiving the letters?
It started about a month ago.
Is this all of them?
Well, it's enough, isn't it? Tell you the truth, I burnt the first one. Made me feel quite ill, you know.
They're all posted locally?
Yes.
And there's no handwriting or typing on any of the letters?
No, no.
Look, we know who's been sending them.
Oh, you do?
Yes. My husband.
Kemble. I know that name.
This place needs bombing. Again.
Copper. There's a copper by the name of Kemble. Not Sunhill, I think. He was a mate of yours, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was a mate. We never worked together.
Had a very attractive wife, as I remember. What happened to him?
Oh, he left the force a couple of years ago.
And started a security firm. Ah, so it is him. You've gone past it.
What?
Kemble's place, it's back there.
Are you absolutely sure it's him, Mrs. Davis?
Oh, yes. I'm sure. Take that regular. Found that copy in the bin yesterday evening.
Did you tell your husband? That you knew, I mean?
Of course. Says he hasn't got a clue what I'm talking about. Says the paper isn't his.
Should be locked up.
Why do you think he started sending the letters?
I'm not sure.
Well, he can't take it, can he?
What do you mean?
Well, he's weird. Wants her to stay inside all the time. She's not having that. Are you going to do anything?
Look, I'm not doing nothing bad. Just going out a few evenings. Nothing startling. I mean, if he doesn't want to come along, all right. But he doesn't have to... Well, he doesn't have to call me all those names and stuff, does he?
Well, you think I should stay in the car while you go and talk to him?
Might not be a bad idea. He's a friend of yours.
Was.
Oh, come on, Ted. The way you've been sticking up for him, you might as well be bosom pals.
Well, get stuffed.
Oh, charming.
Ted, good to see you.
Hello, Roy.
I thought I'd be getting a visit from your crowd. How are you?
I'm all right. This is Mike Dashwood, my colleague.
Pleased to meet you. Have a seat.
No, I'm fine.
A drink.
We've come about the Scrapyard break-in.
Ah, yes. Coffee?
No, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Nolte rang me a little while back. Bad news. For me as well as him.
The husband? Good grief. And you believe her?
No reason not to. Can I bring him in, Sarge?
No, Kathy, I'm afraid not.
Why not?
Well, if that's all the letter contains...
Oh, Sarge, this woman's really upset.
Yes, I realise that, and I'm not surprised, but, you know, we can only act if the letter is actually obscene or it contains a death threat. I'm sorry.
How many men did you have on last night?
Just two.
Normally there'd be 4. That is the deal.
Yes, Ted, that is the deal. But you can never get the bodies. Bit like the Force, eh?
We'll need the names of those 2 men, and I'll want to look through all your staff records.
It's no problem. And they're not on computer yet, but they're all in order. They're good men. I wouldn't hire anyone I couldn't trust.
I'm sorry.
See, I told you.
You were absolutely right to come in and see me. And if the letters continue, or if they get worse, we might be able to do something then.
It's a waste of time.
You'll stop sending them now.
Shouldn't be allowed to get away with it.
Perhaps the best thing would be some kind of counselling.
Counselling? Don't make me laugh.
For me or my husband.
Or for both of you. If you want to try and stay together, that is.
Well,
I'm prejudiced, aren't I?
it's more than a bit sus, isn't it? Probably needs cash fast.
Who doesn't?
Maybe he didn't do the job himself, but he set it up.
Been done by outsiders with a bit of planning, no worries. Especially with only 2 guys going the rounds. But then I'm prejudiced.
So what's your problem, Michael? You don't like the cut of his clothes or something?
No, it's not that. It's... Well, he and Roach were friends. Maybe still are.
Well, we all make mistakes. So?
Well, Gov, I think it's an inside job.
What, a copper turned villain? It's happened before. It'll happen again. There are some people, you know, who can do both jobs at the same time. So you think Ted's been a friend in need?
Oh, maybe not intentionally, but I do think he's too close to it.
There is another possibility, Michael, that him being a pal of this geezer could be a help rather than a hindrance.
There are some days, like today, and I almost miss them. To you and me, Ted, in the old times.
Cheers. So, how long you been in this business?
2 years.
2 years too long?
I'm managing.
Cash flow problems? We talked to the 2 guys on duty last night. They seem fairly straight.
Come on, Ted. This is either a social call or it's an interrogation.
I want to know it wasn't you.
No, you don't.
All right? Did you take the stuff?
No.
That's what I wanted to hear. Do you know who did?
Nope.
Could you make an inspired guess?
Not me, Ted. It's not the way I work. It never was.
How'd you get on? That snout you thought might be helpful.
Oh, yes. No luck, I'm afraid. How about you?
Well, run checks on all Kemble's staff.
And?
Clean.
Told you.
Kemble. Kemble.
No, thanks, Tosh.
No, he was a copper, wasn't he? Got the elbow for some moonlighting racket or something. Didn't he? Maybe he didn't. Hello, CID lines. Yes, hang on, will you? Yeah. Ted, the plot thickens. Laura Kemble.
What's up, Sarge?
Ah, the husband, Davis, he's turned up.
Oh, has he?
I think you better have a word with him, find out what it's all about.
Right, thanks, Sarge.
Ted!
She wants to talk to me. It could be useful.
It could be a blind.
Oh, for God's sake. Listen. Kemble is guilty. He's no mate of mine, all right? Happy?
No, not really. While he's a mate of yours, you'll never find out whether he's guilty or not.
Leave it, Mike. If you're that unhappy, go and see Burnside.
I already have. You went back to see Kemble, didn't you? Look, Ted, it's quite simple. I just want to nick the right man, that's all.
You want to nick me, you mean?
Mr. Davis.
Yes. I need protection.
Protection? Why, Mr. Davis?
Well, Joyce, my wife, she came round here this morning.
Yes, it was me she saw. About the poison pen letters? She says you sent them.
Yes.
Did you?
No. I need protection.
Because of the letters?
Because of her bloke.
Her bloke?
He lives on the estate. And she goes round to his house, the slag. His name's Jim Langdon.
And that was when you started sending the letters, when you thought your wife...
I didn't send them. Look, it doesn't matter whether I sent them or not. She will have told him now and he'll believe her. Please, I need protection.
You think he did it, don't you?
Well, that's not true. I mean, I'm not certain.
Ted, did Roy ever explain to you why he left the force?
Well, not really. I mean, I heard that there was some caper at the station that he knew about, but didn't squash. Well, it's stupid, but there you go.
He was weak, Ted, not stupid. He was covering up for a couple of blokes. He gets pressured. He does people favours, even when it means he's doing himself no favours at all.
So you reckon history is repeating itself, is that it?
There's someone called Wood. He's a cousin of Roy's. He joined the firm about 6 months ago. He'd been made redundant, or so he said.
And?
Well, he tried a break-in recently.
When was this?
About 2 weeks back, but it was never reported. Do you see?
So Wood lent on Roy to hush it up.
I'm sure of it.
He's not with the firm now?
No. Roy told him he had to go, but knowing Roy, he'd probably let him back in a couple of months if he managed to keep his nose clean.
But he hasn't, you reckon?
As I said, I can't be sure.
Well, thanks for the drink. And the chat.
I just don't want Roy being the fall guy again. That's all.
Don't worry, love. He won't. You're gonna have to start being helpful.
For old time's sake.
No, Roy. For your own sake. I don't like to have to say this to you, but you've been playing a mug's game. You should have got in touch. You hired a man with 3 convictions, fresh out of the scrubs. Nothing to say?
Nothing to say.
Harold J. Wood. Address, reference, previous place of employment. Your filing's a mess. You could really do with that computer.
Sloppy work. I want you to come down to the station.
To help with inquiries.
That's the idea, yeah.
Who told you about Harry Wood?
A friend.
I told him no chance and sent him on his way. Well, we're not going to give him a round-the-clock guard now, are we?
No, but it might be an idea to keep an eye on things, though, for a day or two.
If you say so. He's responsible for those letters, Sarge. I know he is.
Yes. And Mrs. Davis's friend? He knows that, too.
Yeah?
Harry Wood?
Yeah?
Somehow CID, we've come in connection with a burglary.
Oh, yeah?
Can we come in?
Sure, Tate. We better go in kitchen. Out. What burglary is this then?
Scrapyard at Meadows Street last night. Zinc, lead, some silver, a truck, equipment. Quite a haul.
We have reason to believe you were involved.
No. Sorry.
Your dog?
He can smell coppers, you see. He's all right.
Previous to that, on the night of the 24th, in fact, you were responsible for a burglary at Sherwood's clothing manufacturers, also in Meredith Street.
No way. I've done nothing.
No! Ted! Ted!
Well, what the hell do you think the dog was doing there? Being groomed for crafts? Pair of third-rate prima bloody donnas. That's about the best reference I can give you two.
Gov, we've got a watch on the house and we've circulated Wood's description.
Yeah. Look, it's time to put the pressure on. Now, I am going to formally arrest Kemble on suspicion of burglary. I want to find out how far he's involved in all this. If that's all right with you, Ted.
Gov, it's quite clear.
What is clear, Michael, is that Kemble has been covering up for this bloke, and that is enough for me. Now, at the very least, he is going to tell me which little hole Wood has crept into.
A bit old for this game, aren't they? What's his name again?
Langdon.
Hey, do you think they are having it off?
Probably, Phil, yes. Maybe not at this precise moment. Doesn't matter. It doesn't excuse what her husband did. We better try the Davises. It's over there, I think.
Ah, conveniently situated.
Sometimes.
Feel like jacking it all in.
CID. Yes, Laura. Yes. Okay, I'll be right over.
Is Mr. Langdon likely to use violence?
I think he might, yes.
Where is he now? Do you know?
Pub, maybe?
Which one?
One of any number.
What about your husband at work?
No, he didn't go in today. I rang them. Apparently he phoned in and said he was ill. He has trouble with one of his legs.
Where will he be?
No idea. I knew Jimmy would take it badly, but I had to tell him. Otherwise, well, this neighbour, you see, this woman, he thought she was sending the letters. He was talking about getting back at her. Well, I thought if I came to the police, perhaps you could do something. Give my husband a warning, maybe, and then Jimmy might be satisfied.
He phoned and said he'd been arrested. I knew this would happen.
Laura.
Didn't you get Wood?
No, we didn't.
You think he's guilty, don't you?
Oh, come on, Laura, take it
But
easy.
he won't say anything to implicate Wood. He'd rather go down than that.
Hey.
Oh. I'm sorry, Ted.
That's all right, love.
The joke is, Jimmy doesn't know the half of it. Nor do you.
What do you mean?
What did you say they had to be to make you lot take it seriously? Obscene? Threatening? Go on, read it. Don't let him see it, though. I never let Jimmy see them. If he had...
Should have brought these in this morning, Mrs. Davis.
Maybe.
Are you prepared to allow them to be used as evidence?
No.
Why not?
I don't want my husband to get into trouble. I don't want Jimmy to hurt him, but I don't want him nicked, neither.
What do you want?
I don't know. He is my husband.
He'll be all right, Laura, provided he tells the truth.
Get him out. You can do it. Make him see what I told you. Come on, Ted, you can do it. For old friends. For me. Please. I'd be so grateful. I mean that. Very grateful.
I can't make any promises, Laura.
Of course you can. And you can break them too.
How many more pubs do we have to try?
It would be a woman, eh? A woman like Mrs. Davis, I mean. A weirdo for a husband and a boozing maniac for a bit on the side.
You were quick.
Yeah,
Anything new?
you could say that. Well, you between me and Mrs. Kemble.
He needed a job. Ted?
Detective Sergeant Roach enters interview room.
That way.
Interview suspended. Half an hour of this and he's finally coming out with a Wood story.
It's all bull. He did it. His wife tried to arrange a deal with me.
Nice one, Ted.
She panicked.
So what about the Wood story?
Cooked up by the two of them.
Very neat. And what evidence have you got, Ted?
None at all, Gov.
How long you known the Kembles?
Long enough to know they're capable.
Right. Well, let's hit him with the good news about his wife offering you favours first. Then we'll see how he shapes up.
What the hell?
bell.
Oh, it's my leg. I'll murder him. We'll miss the Foxtrot finals now. So how come your old woman so upset? Needed Ted Roach to calm her down.
If you've got evidence, charge me.
Socko will be going over your place. The photographic silver will leave traces. And there's the drugs used on the dogs. If the evidence is there, we'll find it. Come on, Roy. You know how it works. Why not tell us, eh?
We'll find wood, too.
I'd like a solicitor.
Yes?
My name's Kemble. My husband's been arrested. I've come to see him.
Sorry, what's the name again?
Kemble. He's Roy Kemble. He was brought in here 4 hours ago.
I'm sorry, Laura.
Oh, don't give me that. You bastard.
As I say, I'm sorry.
We thought we could trust you. How does it feel, Roach? Betraying a friendship.
I didn't betray it. You did.